Florence entered University of Ife after A-level in 1982, and during the final year, 1986 sessions, 85-86, she happened to do a research work with Dr. Peter Akinjola. And the research she was working in was a research in which the current VC University of Lagos has interest. So in actual fact, Florence had two supervisors in her final year, Professor Bello and Dr. Peter Akinjola. I introduced Peter and Bello to computing. Yes, I take that pride that I introduced the first set of chemical engineers into computing at the University of Ife. Since that time, computing has been a regular course for chemical engineering. University of Lagos, for example, from the first year go. Because I myself am very, very proficient in computing. And Florence graduated in 1986 from Ife. My own son, Florence, like a brother to my son, Dr. Ayowale Ogunye. Ayowale graduated in Ife in 1987 in chemical engineering. Now, my relationship with Florence started during her NYSC. During her NYSC, Florence tried to do part-time job of training executives in the private sector. And I must tell you, I gave Florence the first job she ever did in her life. When I gave her the contract to teach my staff in Phoenix Oil how to use the computers. I wanted my staff to be very literate in the use of the computers. And that was the first job Florence had, training those staff of mine at Phoenix Oil. And that relationship has grown to me being recognized by Florence to sit on the board of our companies. I make sure Florence contributed to the computer literacy in many areas where I'm involved. I make sure she supplied free computers to the Department of Chemical Engineering, University of Lagos. I made sure Florence supplied computers to the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers Secretariat. I made sure Florence supplied computers to the Secretariat of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Anywhere I need computers, where they cannot afford the money easily, I always call on Florence to supply, and she has been supplying them free. And God has been blessing her because of such attitude. When she wanted to go public, she contacted me. I think I bought 1 million shares. And she put me on the board of the PLC. I chair the Omatek Engineering Limited. I'm also on the Ghanaian Omatek over there. And I must tell you, we had some difficult period. Yes, in this country, a manufacturer, they are always at the end. Yes, very, very difficult period. But I can tell you now, God has already removed the difficulty in the path of Omatek PLC. If you get to the factory today, you will be amazed at what that young woman has done in the last 25 years. What is intriguing, which Nigerian populace should know about Omatek, is that Omatek sources all the parts that she is using to manufacture this computer from the same factory that Compact, HP, all these known Dell, where they source their part. None of them manufacture all these computers. They buy all the parts from the same place where Omatek buys our parts. Yes, therefore the quality of parts in Omatek computers are the same qualities as in Dell, this my HP for example, or the Compact I've been using all my life. But I must tell you, all my children has got one brand of Omatek, including my granddaughter in the US. That is what she uses in the university today. And she has never complained to me about that brand that I gave to her. What I'm saying is that what Omatek has today is as good as HP, as Compact, as Dell, as all those companies, because you see, she purchases from the same market, from the same factory.
So what makes Omatek unique?
Yes, it makes Omatek unique in this country. I must tell you, it makes Omatek unique. You see, we are happy. We've got this new minister of ICT. Yes, we've got this minister of ICT. She too is very passionate on Nigerian produced computers, and that is where you will see Omatek skyrocket. The future of Omatek is very, very rosy. You see, since the crash of 2008, I'm somebody who, in the morning, I will go through all the portfolios. I will go through my portfolios, my wife's portfolio, my children's portfolios, my grandchildren's portfolios. But I know my stockbrokers. They know me that nearly there wouldn't be a week without me coming to the. But I must say, for the last 4 years, that much if I've been there more than 2 times. Because we lost a lot of money, but the stock now, they've started to pick up. And the reason why Omatek has not been doing well in the stock market is as a result of the high debt. Get it? In this country, you look at the interest rate. How many companies can make a profit with 25% interest rate? For you to make profit with 25% interest rate, it means your markup will be about 50–60% and you'll be thrown out of markets. But now she's been able to find a source where at least lower interest rate, there'll be continuous supply of parts for the factory to be busy. I'm sure you've been to the factory. If you have been to the factory, don't you see such place that young girl has been able to put up such a factory? And I'm sure when the stockbrokers actually to go there, they'll be able to go back to the floor of the stock exchange to say, Omatek has come. Oh, yes, Omatek has come. It's when the stockbrokers, when they go back, I feel they've been there once, but during production, it would be nice for them to be there during production during these 25 years of Omatek on Nigerian market. 25. She started by selling, she started by teaching people. Bank executive directors, bank MDs. These are the people this girl was teaching for many years. She now started to represent Compact, all these high-brand computers. She started to represent them until she found out that these people, all of them, the same parts, they have all branding inside the boxes. and she ventured into assembling these computers as the other people do. She has been very innovative enough. Not just computers alone. It's not just computer alone that Omatek manufactures. Oh, yes, it's not. Yes, it's not alone. I'm sure when you get to the factory, you see all the brands. But it's not computers alone. Let me tell you, that is where Omatek is going to beat everybody. Solar energy. You need the same power as you see this your light. The power that solar is going to light it for you will be about 10%. Yes, why should I now not not have solar in my house? Actually, I'm going to tell her to do something so that I have solar in my house to use it to exhibit to everybody in Magodo. I've just talked to him in the US saying that 20 years ago we did your engagement. He got married on his birthday, December 19. And he too is very jealous of the granddaughter, his daughter that carries Omatek. She now says that the next time I come to Houston, when he comes to Nigeria, he too must carry an Omatek computer. If Omatek have been bad in the US, the father will not like to carry one. So you can see the quality of Omatek computers. Yes. Number one, too, you get to the factory, we'll see how they climatize the computers to high temperature before it goes out. It's climatized to high temperature. It's all over the world. Temperature is a lot. Many of these computers we bring in, they break down due to high temperature and things like that. That is one of the unique aspects of Omatek computers. You see, most of the computers you see on the showcases being shown, they are refurbished computers. Most of them are refurbished computers. Yes. They come here, they say 80,000 naira. It's only the plate outside. It's that is new there. Most of these cheap computers you see, that is it. After 1 year, they are gone. We assure you all the parts of Omatek computers are all 100% new from first-class manufacturers, where the high-brand computers, you call them HP, compact, where they get their own parts. It's the same market, the same manufacturers. I've followed that before. And we saw when they were in the same factory, they were telling us this is for HP, this is for compact, this is for Dell. The same factory is supply all these things for all these people. It's only how you configure your own that is different from the other. Omatek is an African company. You see, we have another factory in Ghana, for example. I've been there. I'm on their board. They manufacture computers there too. But the thing is that the volume to be manufactured there is not sufficient. It's higher than the need of Ghana. Yes. So therefore, what Omatek is planning to do is to use Ghana as the hub to supply the other African markets. Ghana is going to be the hub to supply the other African markets. And when you know that, you see, for Omatek to be very profitable too, the parts orders must be very, very big. Okay? When the parts order is very big, definitely, probably you offload some in Nigeria. The rest will go to Ghana. And whatever Ghana manufactures goes to the other West African country and Equatorial Guinea down south. That is the plan for Omatek. Even when she was even selling other people's brand, she won many African awards. Please, when you get to the factory, let her show you all the African awards she won. Get it? Yes. As I said, Omatek is just like Phoenix. A bird that after it went down was extinct and rose after 500 years. Omatek is just rising after 4 or 5 years, and it shall be flying in Jesus' name. Let me tell you, it's not passive. It's not passive. One thing I would like you to do is for you to appreciate this board. For the last 4 years, no member of the board has taken a kobo from Omatek. You find it difficult to believe. Yes. And they meet probably when you had the committee meetings, it will be up to 8-10 times a year. Yes, nobody in that board has taken the kobo, sitting allowance, or the usual end of the year thing. No. Okay, I think I received one RAM about 3 years ago during Christmas. I received a RAM, I think last year a computer. These are the things that we can say you have received. They are all dedicated people because they want the success of Omatek. They've gone through a lot of problems with the loan. And we thank God the loan has been restructured. You get it? I can tell you we went through a hell with this Afribank. Yes, but we are happy today that is a question of the past.